Hey everyone, Tony from Lebeg here, and today I want to talk about Facebook ads targeting. If you're an e-commerce business and you're selling products online, either via Shopify or WooCommerce or whichever different platform that you're using, you're probably wondering which targeting you should be using. And seldom you're going to read a lot of information about how you need to go hyper optimize and just go to a certain niche and target those people. And the smaller the better because you can make more targeted ads. Or you're going to hear about lookalike audiences and how you need to create a lookalike audience, how you need to use lookalikes. Or sometimes you're going to hear about broad targeting. And it's really difficult to make a decision and to know what other brands are doing and what's performing best. But what we at Lebeg were actually able to do is to analyze hundreds of millions of dollars in ad spend in the past couple of years, and I'm here to actually give you the best possible solution. So what we always recommend to a majority of e-commerce businesses is to go broad. So the broader, the better. When you're using broad targeting, your CPM is much lower than when you're targeting a small niche by using interest targeting or by using a lookalike audience. So lookalike audiences did work really well from 2015 to around 2019, and that was the best possible solution that you could use. Interest targeting, well, it worked from 2011 to around 2015 until lookalikes were introduced, but these are really outdated strategies, and these days what Facebook really needs is just a couple of conversions coming from your website to really know who your ideal customer is and who's going to make a purchase from your website based on their past purchasing habits and based on what you're selling. And if you already have the Facebook pixel implemented on your website, this is the information that Facebook is going to be using to find you new customers. And when you're using broad targeting, so when you're going as broad as possible and letting Facebook find you the purchasers, you're going to have the lowest possible CPM, and then you just need to work on your click-through rate and getting people onto the website, having a good functioning, nice converting website that's going to be selling to people. You're going to be getting a higher click-through rate if you're using great content that's really engaging with customers, if they really want to find out more about your product and then shop for it. But your CPM needs to stay as low as possible in today's competitive age of Facebook advertising. So I'm going to show you how I would set up an ad on prospecting, so to cold customers, and then you can just take it from there and use this in your example as well. Some of you might be thinking, yeah, but I have a product that only sells to women, or I have a product that's only suited for a particular age group, and that does make sense. So if you're selling products only for women or only for men, what you can do is you can narrow the audience down just by a bit by going only to female targeting or only to male targeting, but you don't want to be making too many changes and too many restrictions for Facebook's algorithm, and just let it find you the customers that are going to be purchasing from you. So I'm just going to go ahead and make myself a bit smaller so you can see what I'm doing. And I've already created a test prospecting campaign. Prospecting means, in this case, targeting to cold customers who don't know about your brand. And how you want to set it up is as an auction, of course. The campaign objective is going to be sales. You're not going to be using a catalog in this case, and you're not going to be using Advantage campaign budget. So you're going to go into your ad set, and this is again a test ad set that I've set up, and this is how you want to have it set up. So you want to have customers landing on your website. You want to maximize the number of conversions. You need to pick out a pixel that you're going to be using, and since you're an e-commerce business, even on prospecting campaigns, always use the purchase optimization. So you're going to hear a lot of different information about this, going with link clicks or going with impressions and optimizing for those, and then kind of narrowing down the funnel from that. That's not a good strategy. A good strategy is to always use the purchase optimization, which is going to get you a bit more expensive clicks, but these clicks are actually going to have any sort of possibility of converting on your website. Well, if you're optimizing for link clicks, you're never going to make those people purchase from you. So it's going to be cheap traffic, but it's going to be very, very, very low converting traffic. So always use a purchase optimization. And then the only thing you want to do is create your budget. If you're just starting out, if you're just testing, $10 to $20 a day is a good option for a couple of days, just so you can see how the creative is performing, because you're probably going to be A, B, and C testing your creatives to see what works best. So start with $10 to $20 a day. And then in the audience controls, what you can do is basically this. So you want to be targeting the United States as your location if you're from the US. If you have a product in a certain age range, so if you want to sell something only to 40-year-olds plus, you can do that. You can go ahead and edit the minimum age, even though I like to still keep it in the lower age ranges and just let Facebook determine whether or not someone from the 20 to 25 age group is actually going to convert on my product. If they're not, what you're going to see is in a couple of days, Facebook is naturally going to go into the higher conversion rate audiences, which are then going to be your ideal audience. So let's just go with, let's say 25, and that's basically it. What you also want to do is, if you want to, you can target people in certain languages, but I don't like doing that. But since this is a prospecting campaign, what you can also do is just exclude your website visitors. So let's just go with website visitors 180. I want to exclude them because this is a campaign to a cold audience. And just as a precaution, I like to go and exclude the website purchasers as well, because sometimes the website purchasers are not going to be in the website visitors audience because of the iOS 14.5 changes that were introduced a couple of years ago. So you want to have both of these actually excluded from your ads. And that's basically it. Advantage plus audience, this is okay. Advantage plus placements, this is okay. So this is basically automatic placements. You don't want to use manual placements because these increase the CPM as well. And just so I can show you, so this is an analysis that we ran for the last 2 years worth of data. And what you're going to see is that people on Facebook, so brands on Facebook which are in e-commerce and are Lebeg app users, are mostly using broad targeting because it's getting them the best possible results. So this is our blog post that I'm going to be linking down in the video description below. So you can go ahead and read that and see why broad targeting has the majority of current ad space and ad targeting, while interest and lookalike targeting are really getting smaller and smaller by the month, and people are transitioning more to broad targeting, especially with all the updates to the Facebook targeting algorithms that we're seeing lately. And this is your best bet if you're doing Facebook ads. You're going to see a 49% higher ROAS if you're using broad targeting versus lookalike targeting. We're not even comparing it to interest targeting because interest targeting on Facebook simply doesn't work anymore, and going broad is really your best bet. Now, if you want to comment on it, you can leave a comment down in the comment section. If you have any additional questions, just drop down below in the comments and ask. And like, share, subscribe for more. If you ever have any questions, we're right here for you. Have an awesome day.